Hello, I am Sangmun Kim, in charge of starting the Universal Cards presentation. Universal Cards is an application with a great potential, and we are very happy to take the opportunity to introduce our application to you. Let me introduce our wonderful team members who made these apps. Leticia, Julia, and Amelia. Curtis, Justin, and me. We are three American and one Italian and one German and one Korean. Yeah. This page agenda show you a overview of the entire presentation, starting with why we developed the Universal Cards app. We will present our target, concept, and various characteristics in order.
So hello everyone, I'm Letizia and I'm going to tell you why did we came up with this idea. So let's first of all analyze the problem. At our university Mainz, both students and employees need so many different cards for any activity at the university. One card for the cafeteria, one card to access the library, one card to print, and so on and so on. It is all a bit confusing, especially for the first semester students and for the incoming students. The problem has always actually been there, but in recent years more and more people complain about it because almost nobody uses the wallet anymore, but everything is done with the mobile phone, especially among young people. So some try to solve the problem, but they didn't really solve it. At least for us, in the Hochschule Mainz, they created an app to pay for the canteen, for example. But as with paper, the app only has one function, and if you want to enter the library, then you must always look for a plastic card. Then, if you want to print something, another plastic card. So, let's see the difference with the actual system and how we want to change it. Right now, it takes so much time to create all those cards, especially in the first semester. But also, if you by mistake lose them, then you have to do new ones. And each card costs €5, so it's also a bit expensive. And it takes so much space in your wallet. And you are always a bit confused about which card you have to use because they are all similar, but they all have different um, uses. So it's not really practical the way it is right now. Our idea is to solve this and to do one app for everything you need. This is gonna be free, it's gonna be fast, easy to use, and of course plastic free. So here it is, the solution to our problem. One universal app with all the cards that you need in your university. My colleagues are going to explain you more about how it works.
Hello, my name is Curtis Barnes, and I'll be discussing what we view to be the target market for our app. Our app is primarily designed with students in mind. At many European universities, students need to keep track of lots of different cards to swipe to enter rooms, to check books out from the library, to get meals, to print from the printers in the library. There's a lot of purposes they need a highly specific card for. As such, we'll be focusing on students to spread the app as we think they'll get the most utility out of it. Teachers have to deal with this system as well, so they might get some use out of it, but we believe that the student body will be more likely to adopt the system, where the older teacher population will likely stick with whatever methods they already use to keep track of their cards. These are just a few of the common complaints about the card system people have to keep track of that inspired us to make this app. Not knowing which doors specific cards work for, or not knowing which card to use for a specific task, or having to shuffle funds from one card to the other. As such, we can see how it would be useful for almost anyone, but again, we think students will get the most use out of it and be most likely to adopt the system, so we're focusing on them.
Okay, we are now coming to our actual app concept, which is the what in our agenda. So here you'll gain a product overview. At first, you will log in with your username and your university mail account. Then you have different tools. For example, you can see the amount of money you have on your cards, and you can also see the option you can use it for. There is also an oversight over the library, so you can see what kind of books or magazines you can actually borrow, or what you already borrowed and till when it has to be given back. And there's also the accesses, which we talked about, which will give you an oversight to which room you will have access to. We also, of course, check the competitors. We did that in Germany as we're transferring the system from the US to Germany. There's a couple of universities which have similar apps. It's not exactly the same, as you don't have to scan your cards and collect them in an app, but you already got an app for those things. As you can see, for example, here, Frankfurt, Karlsruhe, Munich, and Niederrhein. They got the different options you can use. For example, you can check dates or timetables. In Karlsruhe, you can check the library or your money account. In Niederrhein, you can also check your room bookings, and in Munich, you might have a look at the menu at the cafeteria. So we also created a SWOT analysis to show you our strengths and opportunities, of course, also our weaknesses and threats. So I will start with the strengths, which will come from the inside. So actually, our app will be good to gain an oversight of all the different options and things you use at university. It will help going on with the digitalization of universities, and especially it will make the life of the people working at the university and of the students more easy. But of course, there's also weaknesses. The surface has to be user-friendly, it has to be easily to understand, and there could be catastrophic situations, for example, as if the servers are down, so you need to avoid those situations. On the other hand, we have the opportunities which might come from the outside. So there's no such app like this at all. And you don't have to get rid of all the cards you already have, but you rather can collect them all in one tool. And as no such app exists, it can be created together with our internal IT. And in the end, it might be used by other universities too, which also brings me to the threat. So it could also be, of course, easily be copied, and data safety has to be ensured.
All right, so I'm gonna just bring you guys through our prototype and how it works, what it's used for. So you open it up right here. It's called Universal Cards. It's what we've come up with. So this is what the screen you open up to. You press the arrow, and it brings you to this. And basically, this is the one-stop shop for all your different cards that you have to use in university, whether it be, your card for the library or for the cafeteria, parking, housing, printing. So the Germans have at their universities, they have a different card for all of these, which is a pain to carry around, obviously. So we made the app so they can all just be in one place. So you open up to this screen, and then say you need your library card. You click on library, and you have your card loaded in right there. You can add a new card by just tapping that right here. Add a new card, take a picture of it, loads right in. Same thing for housing. Now you're home, you need the housing. Well, you need to park first, actually. So you click on parking. There's your parking card right in there. You don't have to take out your wallet. You don't have to fumble through all your different cards. It's just all right here, right on the app. So your printing card right on there. You press the back button. Cafeteria, you need some food. There's your cafeteria card. You go back, press back again. It just brings you to the opening screen. And that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, but definitely very useful and convenient, so you don't have to be lugging around all those different cards at once.
Okay, now the last part, it's about design, features, and the prototype. So in general, the how. Justin already showed you the prototype and how it will look like. And in the next step, we thought about what features can be added for the future. So the first part is about that you create your own account. There is a list of universities, so you choose yours, and then it will ask you for your email address and your password, and then you have your login. And in the app, there are already categories set up that are perfect for your university, so that it is fixed. The next part is about room access. So to get access to some rooms, you maybe need special permission. And this is maybe more interesting for teachers and professors. And then there's like a category that says rooms, and there are all rooms listed to which you have access. And instead of having certain keys with you, you can also just use one of your cards in this app to get access to these special rooms. And the last feature we thought about is about library access and booking. So as we said before in the prototype, it's not only about searching for books, you also can borrow them through the app or reward them via your account. And also about the rooms. So maybe you need a room to learn for an exam, or you want to meet with your tutor and want to study there. You can go in the app and search for rooms in the library that are free, and you can like book them through the app, and then it's like fixed for you for a special amount of time. Yeah, and that was our presentation about universal cards. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, please let us know.